I'm David, and welcome to Kids for Safety.
I'm Jacqueline, and together we'll learn all we need to know about bicycle safety, personal safety, and fire safety.
Hi there, I'm Melissa. With the help of music videos, a bunch of video tunes, and activities, you can learn to be a kid for safety too.
I'm Harry. We promise you'll have lots of fun.
And I'm Rashonda, so come on and join us.
Play it safe, play it smart. Everybody's gotta do their part. Kids for safety know what to do. They got some things they wanna share with you. So come along and join the fun. 'Cause safety is for everyone, Learn the rules of safety and know what to do. Be a kid for safety and be proud of it too. Play it safe, do your part. Everybody's gotta be safety smart.
Whoa! Talk about going the wrong way. That biker is definitely headed for disaster. When you're riding your bike, it's important to know the rules of the road, and learning them is a whiz. Just watch this.
Dual reflectors, hand power brakes, a front headlight and a red tail light. Be a wizard on wheels. When you cruise through the streets and along the trails, be a wizard on wheels and ride without fail. Obey all the signs and know all the rules. Be a wizard on wheels, don't be a fool. Look both ways before crossing streets. Don't try stunts, just sit in your seat. Obey all the signs and know all the rules. Be a wizard on wheels, don't be a fool. Ride with traffic, not against the grain. Stay alert for hazards, gotta use your brain. Obey all the signs and know all the rules. Be a wizard on wheels, don't be a fool. Stop, left, right hand turn. These are the signals that you gotta learn. Never take people along for a ride. Ride in single file, not side by side. Be a great, safe wizard, wizard on wheels. Na 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 na. Be a great, safe wizard, wizard on wheels. Na 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 na.
The Wizard on Wheels sure knows his stuff, and you can too. Just follow along as we review the Wizard's safety rules.
The first thing to remember is to ride with traffic in single file. It's safer that way.
Look both ways before crossing streets.
And when you have to cross a street, walk your bike across.
Stay alert for hazards in the road.
Remember to use hand signals to let traffic know what you're doing. Stop, left, and right.
Obey all signs and signals. They'll keep you safe.
Never carry passengers or do silly stunts.
And one more thing, wear a safety helmet, even if you're just going for a ride around the block.
Now you know all the rules, but before you hit the road, we've got a safety checklist you should follow to make sure your bike is safe. First, it's important to have the right size bike. One that is too big or too small can cause control problems. Make sure your brakes work properly. Be sure your bicycle has a red rear reflector, as well as a headlight or front reflector. Reflectors on your wheels will make riding even safer. And remember to check your tires to make sure they're inflated properly.
Now it's time for a flash quiz on bicycle safety. See if you know the correct answers. Here's the first question. Billy is riding his bike and comes to a stop sign. He makes a signal with his left arm. Which way is Billy going to turn? Left or right? If you said right, you're correct. Here's the next question. Billy and Johnny are going for a bike ride together. Can you tell what they're doing wrong? You'll notice that Johnny is riding on Billy's handlebars. That's very dangerous. You should never carry passengers on your bike. Here's the last question. Billy is out for a bike ride and has to cross the street. What is Billy doing wrong? Well, you see, Billy is going between parked cars. What he should do is cross at the corner. It's safer that way.
Well, there you have it. That's all you need to know about bike safety. Follow everything you just learned, and you'll be a wizard on wheels, too.
Fire is scary enough. Not knowing what to do in case of a fire is a nightmare. But don't worry, we'll show you exactly what to do in the event of a fire. But first, let's find out what causes fires and how to prevent them from someone who knows.
The sun rises up in the morning with its bright yellow rays. The sun is a ball of fire that lights and heats our days. Then fire is something we all need to cook and heat our homes. But fire isn't always good, and there's something you should know. Fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is something you should learn. Fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is everyone's concern. Don't store piles of rags and paper, 'cause they could catch a blaze. Check your smoke detector at least every 30 days. Fix all cords that need repair, they'll make more than a shock. It could cause a fire, the same is true when you overload a socket. 'Cause fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is something you should learn. Fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is everyone's concern. Keep fluids like turpentine and gas sealed and airtight. Store them away from heat because they could ignite. You should never play with matches. Don't ever take that dare. Only use a stove to cook when a parent is there. 'Cause fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is something you should learn. Fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is everyone's concern. 'Cause fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is something you should learn. Fire is hot and it can burn. Fire safety is everyone's concern.
Knowing how to prevent a fire is important, and every home should have a fire marshal, someone who looks out for fire hazards. As a kid for safety, make it your job at your house. To help you remember the fire prevention rules, let's review them.
First,
Get rid of piles of rags and paper because they can start a fire.
Be sure to test your smoke detectors every 30 days to make sure they're working.
Have your parents fix all electrical cords that need repair.
Look for overloaded electrical outlets. Too many appliances plugged into one socket could cause a fire.
Keep fluids like gas and turpentine stored in airtight containers and keep them away from heat.
Never use a stove unless your parents are there. You could burn yourself or start a fire.
And remember, never play with matches.
Now those are things you'll need to know to help prevent fires in your home. But what would you do if your house really did catch on fire? Would you know how to escape safely? Watch this and we'll show you how. In case of a fire, it's important to know 2 ways out of every room, either through a window or out a door. If your door is closed, be sure to touch it using the back of your hand. If it's warm, keep the door closed. To keep the smoke and fire from spreading, place sheets or clothes around the crack of the door. If you can't use your door to get out, use your window. If you're on the first floor, you can climb out safely. But if you're on the second floor or higher, you should have a safety ladder and practice using it. If you don't have a ladder, keep the window open and wave some clothing out the window to let someone know you're there. Now, if the door isn't warm, open it cautiously. If the hallway outside is filled with smoke, crawl along the escape route you planned with your family. Be sure to close all doors behind you to keep the fire from spreading. And once you're outside, go to a designated spot to meet your family. And one more thing, never go back inside a burning building for anything. And if your clothes should catch on fire, just do this. Stop, drop, and roll. If you run, it will cause the flames to burn more. By rolling on the ground, you put the flames out. So be sure to talk about fire safety with your parents, and together, make a fire escape plan for your house. It's something every kid for safety should do. Here's how you do it. Have your parents draw out a floor plan of your house, showing all possible escape routes like this. These arrows show you possible ways out of your house. Then practice a home fire drill using your plan, just like you practice a fire drill in school, because practice is the best way to learn fire safety.
Now it's time for a flash quiz on fire safety. See if you know the correct answers to these questions. The smoke alarm in Johnny's house just went on. What is Johnny doing wrong? You notice that when Johnny heard the alarm, he got scared and went to hide in the closet. It's okay to be scared, but you have to remember not to hide. Learn to follow a planned escape route. Here's the next question. Sally is hungry and wants to cook up a snack. What is missing from this picture? You see that Sally is all alone. Remember to be safe. Never use the stove without an adult to help you. It's too dangerous. Now, here's the final question. The smoke alarm in Tommy's house just sounded. He is following his family's planned escape route. But what is Tommy doing wrong? Since the room is filled with smoke, Tommy should be crawling on his hands and knees, low to the ground, where there is cleaner air to breathe.
So be the fire marshal in your house and do your part. Be fire safety smart.
Jack climbed up the beanstalk and saw a large castle. Suddenly,
Okay, so maybe we'll find a monster knocking at your door. But if you open the door and your parents aren't home, you're definitely inviting trouble. To keep yourself safe, you gotta know what to do. So let's watch this.
you so safe. Gotta know what to do, 'cause keeping you safe is all up to you. If a stranger says, hey kid, I got a present for you, say no and run away. If a neighbor asks you to go for a ride, ask your parents to see if it's okay. Never talk to someone you don't know. Never go with a stranger, just say no. Gotta keep yourself safe, gotta know what to do, 'cause keeping you safe is all up to you. If you're home alone and the doorbell rings, don't answer the door for anything. Or if someone calls you on the telephone, never tell them that you're all alone. Know the number of a neighbor you can trust. Give them a call when you think you must. Gotta keep yourself safe, gotta know what to do, 'cause keeping you safe is all up to you. Gotta stop and check before you go anywhere. Get your parents' advice, gotta say no. And tell an adult if someone tells a secret that doesn't seem right. Never talk to someone you don't know. Never go with a stranger, just say no. Gotta keep yourself safe, gotta know what to do, 'cause keeping you safe is all up to you. If you're shopping with your parents in a store or a mall, and suddenly they're out of sight, go to the person at the register. Tell them you're lost, they'll help you make things right. Stay in the store, you know where to go. Never leave the store with someone you don't know. Gotta keep yourself safe, gotta know what to do, 'cause keeping you safe is all up to you. Keep it safe.
Perhaps the most important thing you'll need to know is how to keep yourself safe. Every kid for safety needs to know these personal safety rules.
When you're home alone, never answer the door. You could be inviting trouble.
If you're home alone and the phone rings, never tell the person that called you're alone. Tell them your parents are busy and they can't come to the phone. Then hang up.
If there's an emergency or you're concerned about something and your parents aren't home, call a neighbor you can trust. They can help you out. And keep a list of emergency phone numbers near your phone.
If you don't know how to use a phone, have your parents teach you, so in the event of an emergency, you'll feel confident in knowing what to do.
If you should get lost in the store, go to the cashier or someone who's wearing a uniform or a name tag. Tell them you're lost. They'll help you find your parents.
Never leave the store alone or with a stranger. Leave only with the people you came with.
And when you have to use the restroom, go with a friend. It's safer that way.
Now I have a question for you. Is it okay to say no to an adult? It's a tough question, but the answer is yes. Sometimes you have to. Like if someone offers you a present, or if they ask you to go for a ride, you gotta say no, even if you know the person. And remember to always ask your parents' permission before you go anywhere. Another time you should say no to an adult is if they touch or hug you in a way that makes you feel bad or uncomfortable. Now, if an adult touches any part of your body, especially parts covered by a bathing suit, tell them to stop. Those are private areas of your body, and no one has the right to touch you there. And if they tell you to keep it a secret, don't listen. You might be scared, but don't let that stop you. You gotta tell someone, like your parents, teacher, or an adult you can trust, exactly what happened. They can help you. Now here's something that you can do that'll keep you safe when you're home alone. Have your parents help you make your own emergency phone card. It's important to include the fire and police departments and ambulance phone numbers. Be sure to include your parents' work number and at least 2 neighbors that you can trust. Also include your own phone number and address on the card too. This way, if the police or fire departments need to know where you live, you can tell them exactly where you are. When you are finished, post your emergency phone card near your telephone. It'll keep you and your family safe. Now it's time for a flash quiz on personal safety. See if you know the right thing to do. Here's the first question. You're home alone. The doorbell rings. There's a man at the door with a package. He says it's a present for you. What should you do? A. Open the door so you can get the present. Or B. Don't answer the door. Well, the right thing to do is not open the door. Remember, you could be inviting trouble in. Here's the next question. You're outside playing when your next-door neighbor asks you to help her bring in her groceries. She says she'll give you $1. What should you do? A. Because you know her, give her a hand. Or B. Ask your parents first to see if it's okay. The correct answer is B. Remember, before you go anywhere, even into your neighbor's house, you have to ask your parents' permission. Here's the final question. It's a tough one, so think carefully. You're just getting out of school. A man comes up to you and says he's a policeman and shows you his badge. He says your mother was in an accident and is at the hospital. He also tells you that your mother told him to pick you up at school and bring you to her. What should you do? A. Go with the policeman. Or B. Go back into the school building and tell the teacher exactly what happened. If you said B, you're right. Remember, you should never go with a stranger, even if he says he's a policeman. By telling your teacher, she can check out the story and assure your safety.
By knowing the rules for personal safety, you'll have the confidence to keep yourself safe. You'll know what to do and how to handle everything we talked about. Remember, keeping safe is up to you.
Well, that's Kids for Safety.
Now that you know all the rules, why don't you join us?
Yeah, be a kid for safety too.
You'll be glad you did.
Just do your part. Be safety smart.
Play it safe, play it smart. Everybody's gotta do their part. Kids for safety know what to do. They got some things they wanna share with you. So come along and join the fun. 'Cause safety is for everyone, everyone. Learn the rules of safety and know what to do. Be a kid for safety and be proud of it too. Play it safe,